So, Mr. Felder, when you were a young boy, did you ever think to yourself one day you'd be walking down a red carpet? And then secondly, did you ever think it would be quite so boring?
Yeah, no, I didn't necessarily think I'd be walking on a red carpet, especially not at an MMA event. You know what I mean? This is a whole interesting feeling talking to you guys on red carpets as opposed to like in a media booth. But I don't know. Where are the drinks at? We'll get this party started soon, right?
And who are you wearing?
Oh God, I'm wearing Hugo Boss at the moment. Normally it's with the UFC it's David August, but they keep those suits from me.
David August, also somewhat linked to the MacLife.
Yeah, I tell Connor I need some of his collaboration suits. I'll rock them.
Just send him a text now, shall I? And so, I want to ask a few sort of out there questions. If you could make one award up, what would it be?
Oh man, probably the worst nut shot in the year, the worst nut shot of the year.
And who did you give that to?
Whew. I mean, a funny one would definitely be Masvidal's starting off flying sidekick to Darren Till's balls in the beginning of that fight.
Honest to God, as we were walking in here, we were like, do you remember when he flying kicked him in the nuts right to start?
And I was calling that fight. Me and Dan Hardy and John were like, oh man, what a start to this main event we got.
Do you think he'll try and do that unique technique against Ben Askren on Saturday?
It might help him. But putting his leg that close to the beginning of the fight to Ben's hands would be a bad idea.
And you'd assume his reaction to catching that one would be quite high, obviously, if it's headed
he wants that one. Yeah, he's not letting that one hit him in the nuts for sure.
If you could win any award that's on tonight, not the Oscars or anything, if you could win any award that's on tonight, which one would it be?
Either Fighter of the Year or Fight of the Year.
Not Analyst of the Year?
Man, I'm still a fighter at heart. I'll take Analyst of the Year, but I'm still, until this is done, I've officially hung up the gloves, I still think of myself more as a fighter, even though it feels like more often than not I get thought of as an analyst now as opposed to a fighter.
I'm dangerously close to asking you a serious question here, but does that annoy you? Do you still? I think because you took so long away with the injury, are you like, no, guys, I'm still in this, and I still want gold and all this?
It doesn't annoy me so much as it reminds me to when I come back, I've got some actions to prove. I've got to come back and make a bang like I did against James Vick. It was the same thing. I had the Mike Perry injury on my forearm. I was out for quite a long time. I did a lot of TV work, and everybody was like talking about my commentary as opposed to my fighting. And then I went out there and kicked some ass, and everybody's talking about that. And then I get injured again. So hopefully we can win another fight and stay injury free and get a couple fights in a year going.
It's almost like fighting's not that good for you.
No, yeah, I know. It's terrible. I know. My body is telling me to quit every day. Trust me.
Well, on that cheerful note, it's good talking to you.
Good talking to you too. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.